Hey guys, welcome to Everyone's a Critic Extended Edition. Today we'll be talking about Lady Bird, and today I'm joined by...
Caitlin Brenner.
And I'm Zalucki.
So, what did you think about this movie?
Okay, I absolutely loved it. Of course I loved the movie, but I love the experience of going itself. I really do think it is a movie to watch with your mother. I went and saw it with my mom and my sister, and it made the experience so much better. I mean, it really connected us to our relationships.
Yeah, I definitely walked out of that movie theater with my mom, and we kind of looked at each other, had a moment where we were like, I love you, you know that, right? Like, I just think that movie kind of was geared towards, like, people with strong relationships towards their mother, because I have a lot of friends that maybe are more, like, have better relationships with their dad, or maybe their mom's not in the picture, and they didn't connect as well with that movie, which is unfortunate, but I still feel like overall that movie could touch so many people for little things. Maybe is the experience of being like a Catholic school student, or just being a teenager and kind of not knowing what the heck is going on ever, or like how things are supposed to be, or what's like the right way to do something. But either way, I think that movie kind of embodies like the awkward adolescent years of like high school and like maybe the transition into college, so it's just like a beautiful movie all around.
Yeah.
But I definitely recommend seeing it with your mom if you can.
I saw it with my mom and my grandma, and like we were all just like walking out crying.
Aww.
And I also went to Catholic school, and like I can personally attest that like everything that they show in that movie is like 100% true.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
I was having flashbacks to having to go to all school mass and like having to, you know, go to Ash Wednesday during the school.
Stations of the
like,
Cross every Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was raised Catholic. I didn't go to a Catholic school, but I went to PSR and all that. And it was funny because my mom went to Catholic school, and so she was telling me like, oh yeah, we kind of had to do that kind of stuff. But it was funny because I was like, that would have been like my life kind of if I had gone to a Catholic school. What I loved, like one of my favorite moments of the movie was when her and her friend were at the school, and what were they? They were eating
like, the Eucharist.
Oh,
yeah, they were eating the
yeah.
Eucharist, just like chips, and it was so funny.
Yeah, it hasn't been sanctified, whatever, blessed.
Consecrated.
Yeah,
Consecrated, that's what it is. They weren't consecrated yet, so technically they're just crackers.
Yeah.
But transitioning into the Oscar discussion surrounding Lady Bird, I really think somebody correct me. Saoirse Ronan, I am the worst. Saoirse Ronan really deserves Best Actress. Whether or not she will win it, I don't know. Running against somebody like Meryl Streep when you're kind of an up-and-coming popular actress is going to be hard. But I really think she embodied like, I really connected with her because my adolescent years just were very similar, and I haven't like seen a movie that accurately like kind of portrayed like I would say maybe high school, early high school, middle school years for me.
Transitioning into college.
Yeah, and like just her being bold on stage with her hair and her cast, and like her just like walking up to Timothy, I don't know his last name, Chalamet. Just walking up to him and flirting with him, I was just baffled.
She was perfect.
But,
Like she was
so
the perfect
good.
Lady Bird. I can't imagine anyone else in that role. And like it's so weird because like if you see her like in talk shows and stuff, like her Irish accent is very thick. Like
so
I
thick.
can't believe that
It's
she's
beautiful.
Yeah, I can't believe she's like she nailed the American accent. Like I mean, if you wouldn't have known any better, I think like she convinced everyone.
I didn't even know ahead of time before the movie that she was Irish. I had no idea.
Me neither. Which
and
you
then I
would
saw her in
figure
an
with her
interview.
name.
Yeah, I saw her in an interview, and I was like, oh, okay, she's really good at like acting and having different accents. Like, yeah, what I loved about her portrayal is that she was so real, especially with the actress that plays her mom. I don't know her name.
Laurie Metcalf.
Okay, yeah, she is also nominated for Best Supporting Actor. I think she has a better chance at winning that than Saoirse has like a better chance at winning her award, because she did win a Golden Globe, I think. I can't remember.
I think Allison Janney won.
Oh, okay.
But I think like everyone like Laurie Metcalf was just like so motherly and so like I mean you almost like I mean you really cared for her because like you could really tell how much she cared for Lady Bird in the movie. And I think like the mother-daughter relationship is like one that's like so kind of glossed over in media like nowadays. Like a lot of people focus on like, the father-son or the father-daughter, but like a really strong mother-daughter relationship is one that's like really you never really see like in movies or TV. So I thought that was like really interesting that Greta Gerwig decided to make that one of the focal points of the story.
Yeah, to add on to that, I like this. My favorite part of this movie and the screenplay overall is that the mother-daughter relationship isn't like glamorized. It's very like realistic. It's gritty. There's not a lot of cooperation, but it's realistic to real life. At least I feel like my mother and I have those moments like in the movie where we'll be arguing like cats and dogs, and all of a sudden we find something that kind of like appeals to both of us, and we'll be like, oh, argument over. But I also read an article that talked about how the twist of Lady Bird wasn't actually like her going away to college. It was more about the mother. And I think that maybe the mother is an unsung hero of this movie, because I feel like definitely Lauren Metcalf gave a lot of justice to that character, because it made me kind of sympathize more with my mother in real life. It's very rare that a movie makes me think about like real life situations, because it's a movie, it's made up. But I think it kind of made me sympathize for my mother in real life and kind of rethink the way my mother does things for me, as Lauren Metcalf does things that are largely unseen by Saoirse's character. And it's a complex relationship, and I think that this movie and the screenplay did a good job making it clear and concise and comprehensive to every audience.
So Greta Gerwig is nominated for Best Director and Screenplay. So do you think like she has good odds, or like judging who she's up against? Like, how do you think she's gonna?
I think she should win.
I think. Okay, I'm a big Guillermo del Toro fan, so I hope she wins. But at the same time, I'm not rooting for her, as much as I hate to admit it. But
I'm so happy she was nominated.
Yeah,
like,
is she? I don't know if this is true. I know that cinematographer has its first female nominee.
Yeah,
but
for Mudbound.
Is she?
I'm not sure.
I don't think she's the first female director, but.
Oh, I know. Like, there's only been one female director winner, and that was Catherine Bigelow for The Hurt Locker.
Okay. Oh, Catherine, a woman directed The Hurt Locker? What?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Like, it's crazy, because like, I mean, if you look at Lady Bird, like you think, oh, this was made by like a pro filmmaker, and like this was her first movie that she ever wrote or directed. Like, I just can't believe that. But and then also it's nominated for Best Picture. So I mean, what do you think about that?
I don't think it's gonna win. I don't think that its odds are good. I would love to see it win. I mean, I'm biased because it was like one of the only movies I saw out of the selections. So of course I'm rooting for it, but I don't know. I mean, it's up against some pretty good contenders from what I've heard.
There's a lot of good ones this year.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I would say definitely if it did win, that would signal, I think that would disrupt the whole Oscars algorithm if it did win.
Yeah,
because,
I think so too.
Like, a big thing with Oscars Best Picture winners is that it usually, maybe not always, but more likely than not, it has to have like big name contenders that do something significant in their career. That's why it was so hard for Leonardo DiCaprio to win an Oscar, because it was just like a lot of the stuff he did was repetitive, and when he did finally get out of the box, it wasn't anything new. Which I was surprised he won for Revenant, but that's another.
Well, a lot of people. I think that's one thing. A lot of people are like hesitant maybe to see it because it's like a coming of age, and you're like, oh, we've seen this all before.
Exactly.
And, like, you really have to be like, no, this is so different because it's so real.
Everybody's like, it's hard to distinguish between like tired genres or genres that are being revitalized by movies. And I think that the coming of age story was revitalized by Lady Bird in a way that was maybe not so cliched and like not like glamorized. Like, I mean, this is like not a good example of a coming age story, but like 16 Candles, like nobody's 16th birthday is like that.
Yeah.
Like what?
Exactly.
But either way, I just think that I think maybe it's getting difficult for people to distinguish between movies that are like having fresh takes on subjects that we've been talking about forever, and like new topics in the same discussion, you know? Yeah.
All right, that's all we have this time for Everyone's a Critic Extended Edition. Make sure to check out all of our other content on our YouTube channel.